All right, y'all. Okay. I was having some mic issues. So, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss 3D Live. Tasha Mack, Tasha Cobbs on a good day, but not Tasha K. I hope everybody doing good today. I'm coming to y'all with this late night stream. I've been under the weather for the past couple of days. So I've still been trying to push out videos and content and stuff, especially with everything that's going on with Shaquella Robinson. I mean, this case is like pretty much everywhere, and I, my heart goes out to the family and just everybody that's been affected by this, and of course, rest in peace, Shanquella. So again, I wanted to kind of come and give my overall view, because what I have been doing, and I just wanted to say this too, what I have been doing is I have been doing a lot of reposting and just pretty much um you know going off of what I see as far as with reposting with the different news sites and all of that. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I'm some type of journalist or anything like that, that all of the information that I'm giving is factual and true. Because let's be clear, nobody knows exactly what happened there except them 7 people that were there. Okay. So even with CNN reporting what they reporting with, Gerald, he's been talking to the parents. He's been in his name is Gerald Jackson. He's been connected in this case a lot. Just with anybody, even the Dorado guy that's been feeding everybody this information. And people have been reposting and interviewing him. Um, Again, this is for me. I'm just a spectator. I'm just a content creator. I'm just outside looking in, because this is something that really affected me because I have a daughter her age. My children do travel, and they travel with their friends. And this is no shade, no tea to none of their friends if they hear it, but some of them I be questioning, like, when y'all coming back? Cause I don't know. But yeah, it's just real sad how everything is playing out. But also I want to say again, I just want to give a shout out to the internet, because baby, the internet has not been playing with this case. Do you hear me? Like, if we could do this for every person, every black woman that was missing or that was in a situation like this, man, it would be a whole lot of cases being solved. And so, of course, with the fact of this happening actually in Mexico, it's even harder to kind of figure out what happened, because of course the country, this is gonna make Mexico not want. They already don't like it when we come over there. Apparently, I'm not gonna say they don't like it because it is tourism, but here lately with the surge of people being able to content create and make money off of it, a lot of people are being able to go and experience stuff that they probably wouldn't normally do. And I'm not saying that about Shaquela, because apparently this baby had a boutique. She was a braider, you know what I'm saying, a hair braider for children. She was on her big one. She was a college graduate, you know what I'm saying? She was not out here scamming and, just out here trying to floss in front for everybody. She was doing it for herself. So, again, I just kind of been under the weather and stuff, and I haven't been really posting um updates on what's been going on with Shaquella, because one, it hasn't been a lot of updates. It's been just a lot of regurgitated kind of information, and it's the same information we've been hearing. So it's kind of no need for me to keep reporting that same information, because again, y'all seen that they were saying that Dejanay was arrested. Then they came back and said she wasn't arrested. And that they still looking for. So it's just a lot of speculations going on and stuff right now. So, but I did run across this video about a couple of hours ago, and I'm not gonna play the video, but I am gonna play the audio. And the video is from the channel. His channel is called um, "They're All Boss TV 815." And again, that's the name of the channel. So go check it out on the channel. Again, it's oh no, it's called The Real Boss TV 815. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what I was. The Real Boss TV 815 is the channel that I got this information from. Shout out to him. And so I'm just gonna play a couple of clips of what Nancy Gray was saying and stuff, and you may hear him talking too, but I'm gonna stop it just to kind of give my feedback on what's saying. So just to give you a narrative of what you're gonna hear and what's going on, actually is Nancy Gray talking about the Shanquella Robinson case. She actually is interviewing the mother and asking the mother questions, and also she brought on like numerous of experts on just crime, police, just anything that she could kind of combine or kind of match with what the police was saying. She got an expert for it. So shout out to Nancy Gray, baby. Nancy Gray, baby. Let me tell you something. When Nancy Gray get on your case, baby, you to hit the big one. You to hit the big one when Nancy Gray get on your case. Cause baby, let me tell you something about Nancy Gray. She do not play, especially when she feel like it's been some injustice or anything like that. Yeah, it's definitely going down. So I'm gonna play this clip, and it is again, it's from the Real Boss TV 815. I want to give everybody, they credits and stuff. But again, this is just my reaction to what was said on her show. So y'all listen up.
Are completely different from the autopsy. Did you hear that? To you, Mrs. Robinson, according to the documents from the EMTs, she was declared dead 15 minutes after they got there. They did not get there and work on her for 3 hours like you were told. Yeah. She was declared dead within 15 minutes of the EMTs getting there, and the friends did not want her removed to the hospital. Do you understand that to be true now? I understand that. What they said. I don't know which one to believe. Um, I just don't know what to say about them. I just think it was just terrible the way they done her. All of this from alcohol poisoning, but yet the autopsy does not say anything about alcohol poisoning leading to her death. It says, Dr. Kendall Crowns, she died of a spinal cord injury. What's that? Spinal cord injury is basically your cervical spine. As you get injuries to your cervical spine.
So this is the expert that she brought on to talk about what happened with the autopsy.
From severe rotation or blunt trauma that results in your head being moved suddenly to one side or another, and that causes fracturing of the cervical bones that then result in damage of the spinal cord that ultimately results in your death, or potentially quadriplegia, meaning you can't move anything below the neck down. I don't know what I'm thinking because I'm seeing. Trying to make sure y'all right. It's a video of this beautiful young girl Shanquella Robinson, she's 25. She's naked. She's by her bed. It looks like she's just gotten up out of bed. And a woman is beating her dead. I'm looking at it right now. Now, I don't know all the circumstances, but I know another person, and I just saw a female hand come up in front of the video cam. There's somebody recording this brutal attack, and they beat her until she's down, and she's just sitting there like completely out of it from the beating, like a rag doll. And then once she sits down, this attacker then beats her in the head, and her head is just catapulted over to one side. Could that be what happened to Shanquella, Dr. Crowns?
Yes. So in the video, you can see there's the initial where the one female is hitting Shanquella multiple times in her head. But at some point, she grabs her with her arm and then twists her head and body in a kind of a rotational motion, and then Shaquella is dropped to the ground, and she continues to hit her in the head and neck area. But if you look at the video, you notice that Shaquella is fighting back initially until...
I disagree completely. She's shielding herself.
Right. Come on, Nancy. Nancy had to correct him real quick. She was not fighting back. You could clearly see that she was not fighting back in this thing. She was trying to defend herself. She was putting her hands up. So, expert on that one, you a little wrong. But Nancy got them together, y'all. Hold on. And just disclaimer, y'all. Again, this video is from the Real Boss TV 815. That's his channel. Now he recorded this. It's a little jumpy. But we gonna make it do what it do. And so again, I just wanted to stop and clarify that. Nancy got them together real quick for us. But back to the sound.
Conscious at all. I'm looking right at it. She also said no. Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
She never even had a chance to fight back.
She did.
The statement there, she is not fighting back. She is defending herself from the beating.
There you go.
Trying to hold her attacker back. She never gets a chance to defend herself. Mrs. Robinson.
I'm glad they stopped there right in the tracks, because she was just defending herself, like had her hands like blocking like the defensive like posture. But they stopped him right there. He said,
y'all said it's clear, right?
But yeah,
it's clear.
That right? What I told y'all before, where
clear,
she
right?
had her in a headlock, like from behind, and then threw her by her neck like a doll, like a rag doll. That move right there, how she did that was
it.
If you play that, I need to actually play it. But since if you play it in slow motion, you can really see how she really grabbed her and threw her by her neck. And how that can actually really injure someone. But let's see.
Does she sleep without her clothes on?
Yes, she do.
So she was woken up out of her bed with one woman standing there videoing and the other woman hitting her like she's Muhammad Ali. And then the attacker, after she has beaten her, this defenseless naked girl who's just been woken up to a beating, she stands back, she steps back and bows back like she's about to answer her head, like she's chanting.
Now that's
What
the actual
is
audio.
that, Dr.
That's not
Marshall, Psycho in Beverly Hills? What is that behavior? She's crowing and preening for the video.
Nancy, it would be a mistake to think this is just one woman killing this poor 25-year-old.
Who should I believe? You or my lies? I'm looking right at it.
No, but I mean, when I say a mob attack, maybe there was one attacker, but this was group aggression towards Shanquella. Group aggression, because people are standing by, one person's videotaping, you can hear a voice of someone saying, oh, fight back, Quilla. As if this was, like you said, Muhammad Ali. They're really minimizing the fact that this poor girl is being killed. This is a homicide, obviously. But what was this group aggression towards her that we're witnessing? Were they envious of her? Did she have a better life than them? Beyond the brutality of murder.
And who in the hay is videoing her? Miss Robinson, do you know these women? Who are they?
I don't know the ones that's videoing her. I just know the one that was standing on the side, Khalil Cook. And the other one, I didn't know him, the one that's saying fight back. I didn't know him.
Okay, hold on. Who is the person hitting her?
That's the Deja girl, and I didn't know her. I just know they went to college together.
I've got Dejani Jackson. How are you saying it?
I think it's I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I've got Dejani. That could be
crazy.
I don't know what it is. It looks like Dejani or Dejanay.
Dejanay.
That's it. It's Dejanay because it's got A-E on the end. You're right. Dejanay Jackson. Then you've got Winter Donovan, and it's spelled Wenter. Is that another female?
Yes.
Then you've got Kalia Cook, the friend boy, the man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's those three and your daughter, Quella, correct?
Yes.
Guys, this is taking place at a very upscale resort in Mexico. And you can look out the window of their Quella's suite. It's beautiful. You look right out on the beach and the ocean, palm trees, sand. I mean, this is about less than 30 minutes from where you see Jennifer Aniston and all of her celebrity friends lounging and having a great time at Cabo San Lucas. That's where we're talking about. This is San Jose del Cabo. To you, Alexis Tereszcek, joining me, investigative reporter with Crime Online. Alexis, thank you for being with us. Where is this place?
This place is...
Hey, I just wanted to pause it. She's talking to her mom. I just want to pause it, make sure everybody here is clear, because I want y'all to check it out, because every question that we have in our mind, she has an expert that's been doing this 50 plus years to answer those questions. And that's why I say it's very important to pay attention.
And that's what I like.
It's still on the coast at the very bottom of the peninsula. It is about 30 minutes northeast of Cabo San Lucas, but it is still right on the beach. And this place where they were staying was a private beach club. They had access to a private beach, very exclusive, behind a gate. You had to have security to get in. This is not a shack on the beach at all. It's a very, very fancy place that they were all staying.
I mean, it looks really nice from what I'm seeing. And that just goes to show Robert Crispin, Robert joining me, private investigator, former federal task force officer with the U.S. Department of Justice, DEA, now private investigator at CrispinInvestigations.com. Robert, this goes to show you can be living in or staying in a 5-star resort and crime will find you, and it's very often those that know you the best.
Well, the sad part about it is everyone gives the warnings about going to Mexico. Something's going to happen to our kids when they go down there. But how do you fight against the people that you went there with when they're inside your room?
I want Gary Davidson to jump in. He is a partner with Diaz Royce International Law Firm at DiazReus.com. This happens in Mexico at this luxurious resort. Gary Davidson, I want you to hear our friend Erica Jackson at WSOC.
They all came to my house on Tuesday and explained what had happened.
Salamandra says Shanquella's friends blamed her death on alcohol. Then the Robinson family received a copy of her death certificate. It shows she died 15 minutes after injuring her neck and spinal cord. The report also states Shanquella was found unconscious in the living room, and her death is believed to be violent or accidental.
Violent or accidental? And then this video emerges. How can anybody say?
Okay, I'm confused on that. How they say violent or accidental? It couldn't have been violent or accidental. It was either one. It was either one. And I'm gonna say this. It was definitely violent. And my part is, I can't even say it was accidental, because at this point you was fighting somebody that didn't want to fight. You were fighting somebody that did not want to fight you. Just like that's crazy to me. Like, why would you try to fight somebody that don't want to fight? Is it that don't make no sense at all? And you know you can beat them up. You know you can. You know what I'm saying? You know you got the upper hand on them. And that's why I'm like a lot of what a lot of people were saying. They lured her. I feel like they knew they couldn't do this at home. She had too many people. She had too many people that was gonna look out for her. That was gonna, you know what I'm saying? That was gonna say something, do something, be about something. So they knew whatever was set up or whatever. They knew that they couldn't do it there. And that's what makes me feel like it's premeditated because it's like y'all, I can't see all of a sudden on the trip her doing something so fucked up that the person she the one bought the villa. She the one did everything, paid for everything, paid for the chef, paid for the villa, paid for everything, and in her death, which is amazing. This is I just don't understand. This is how you know people is trifling to give two shits about this baby because y'all used her credit card to fly back home. Like that right there for me. I don't know about the money that they say it was $10,000 stole. Some people say it was 7,000. Some people say it was 17,000. I don't know. Apparently she had some coins. You know what I'm saying? Because she was the person who paid for the trip. So again, you know what I'm saying? It had to been something that just led up to this. And it just looks like jealousy. It just looks real. It looks real funny. But no, that wasn't no accident. That was definitely not no accident. Like I don't think it was no accident because it was premeditated. Y'all planned it. Once you seen that she didn't want to fight, that was the end of it right there. You could have embarrassed the shit out of her on social media or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just was real funny to me. So I'm going back to the recording, y'all. Listen up.
Hey, this is accidental. I mean, to you, Dr. Kendall Crowns, Chief Medical Examiner, Tarrant County, this is no accident. You see the beating. Now we know that she was dead 15 minutes after injuring her neck and spinal cord. Why? Why are you dead 15 minutes after the injury?
So usually with these type of spinal cord injuries, what she has is an atlas luxation, which means a dislocation of the first cervical vertebrae.
Do you mind saying that one more time? An atlas what?
It's an atlas luxation is what the cause of death is listed as. And what that is cervical vertebrae number one. The one right underneath your skull is the atlas. And it slid out of place.
That's what I was trying
to tell. And then pushed on her spinal cord. And then usually what happens is it bruises the spine.
Look, I want to pause it because that's what I was trying to explain in my first live that did a lot of numbers. That's a serious accident. If your neck or something if it gets dislocated like that, you have to go straight to the hospital.
Right. So he just pretty much explaining what's going on as far as when they think that she actually passed when the fatal blow. So the way the autopsy has reported is that it was a spinal cord injury. So again, he's just kind of explaining what he was talking about, but we're gonna get back to it.
Spinal cord, but the spinal cord bruises take a little time to set in before they will kill you. So that's why you can see a survival time period of about 15 minutes. But in the video, after she is whipped about her head and dropped to the ground, to me, it doesn't look like she has any more purposeful movement, even though the other individual continues to pound on her. It's that movement there is what killed her.
I need you to speak so we can all understand you, Dr. Kendall Crowns. not in your elocution, but describing this. So you're saying atlas luxation is the cause of death, but you're referring to one particular spot just under the head. When that particular spot is dislocated or kicked out of the line of the spine, I'm extrapolating, are you saying the head is then no longer attached, the brain is no longer attached to, for instance, the heart and the other parts of your body that keep you alive?
Right. That's the area of the brainstem is where the cervical vertebrae, number one, or the atlas is sitting. And that is causing damage to the brainstem, which controls your heart rate, your respiratory rate, all the functions of your body. So it isn't necessarily completely separated, but it's bruised and damaged to the point that the individual dies. And that's why she has a survival time period, because it's damaged, not completely torn.
Well, of course, Gary Davidson is a high-profile lawyer that specializes in international law. Gary, the family knew in the first instant alcohol poisoning. Gary Davidson, take a listen to our friend Joe Bruno.
The Shanquella Robinson's friends told her parents that she died from alcohol poisoning. That theory never sat right with her father, and he just, quite frankly, didn't buy it. I know it wasn't no alcohol poisoning. I know it wasn't. Shanquella's death certificate never mentions alcohol poisoning. It lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. It says she died within 15 minutes of injury. In the box asking if the death was accidental or violent, the medical examiner wrote yes.
So, Gary Davidson, one quick round to Dr. Kendall Crowns. Dr. Kendall Crowns, I would like a yes-no answer to these. The autopsy said, did it not, that this atlas luxation was the cause of death, the COD? Yes, no?
Yes.
Isn't it true that in autopsies that tissue samples are taken and blood alcohol and toxicology panels are run? Isn't that true?
Yes.
And isn't it also true, Dr. Kendall Crowns, that those samples would have shown if Quella died of alcohol poisoning and also the toxicity in her body, her blood alcohol, correct?
Correct.
But it didn't mention that, did it, Dr. Crowns?
Not that I've seen.
It did not. So, Gary Davidson, that leads me to this. Not only do they beat the woman, stand by and video this girl getting killed, they then lie about her cause of death to her mother. They lied about it. Now, is lying a felony? No, it is not. But doesn't it suggest to you, Gary, that they lied for a nefarious reason, and that reason being to cover up their involvement in her death?
Yes, absolutely. It very much appears that the story is being told to the family.
They all sticking to their story. They all set up and realize, okay, we done fucked up. So now everybody got to have the same story. And yeah, that's pretty much what they did. They sat up there and said that girl had alcohol poisoning, knowing damn well that all of them been drinking. And why she the only one who got alcohol poisoning? You didn't say nothing to the mama about the fight that y'all had. You conveniently, forgot about that, right? You conveniently forgot about that. Didn't say nothing, right? That's crazy. It's just it looks fucked up. It just really do. You know what I'm saying? It looked like that's what y'all was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was okay, like hey, we got into it, this and that, and this happened. I was not trying, didn't want this to happen. I did not, mean for this to happen. I just wanted to beat her up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And let her know that she ain't the shit or whatever the case may be, right? Man, they went to whole how to kill, what is that? How to get away with murder. They didn't set up a whole oh, we gonna do this, we gonna say this, we gonna say that. So yeah, y'all. I just want to give a shout out again to the real boss TV 815. I think he did get this information from somebody else, but I'm gonna give him a shout out because I'm getting it from him. Again, this is Nancy Gray talking about the Shaquella Robinson case. And when I tell y'all Miss Nancy Gray is doing her thing, baby, she breaking it down. She has, again, a lot of different experts coming on here talking about, you know, the procedures and things that would normally happen with these types of cases. So yes, guys, we're gonna get back into it. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this. It helps me out. Again, I am just talking about this because this is something that's near and dear to my heart, and I definitely want to see justice for Shaquella. So again, back to the recording, y'all.
Family, from the very get-go, were not true. And it does raise the question of whether this was a pre-planned attack, whether it was organized not only by the person who committed it physically, but those around the room. And it's a sad day for the family, but it's also going to be a very, very sad day for these people because they are going to be implicated. They are going to, at minimum, be witnesses in a potential criminal trial.
You got that right, Davidson. They're not just witnesses. And what you said really hits the nail on the head, Gary Davidson. Now I know why you're a high-profile lawyer specializing in international law. This was pre-planned.
Nancy, can I speak to that? Because I agree.
I mean, the woman is asleep in bed, and they come in with a video camera with Muhammad Ali over there in the corner ready to fight.
Baby, I'm done.
They have this thing planned.
Baby, she called the Muhammad
Ali.
Ali.
Over from North Carolina to San Jose del Cabo, if they planned it in the living room and went in there,
Baby, I'm done. Baby, she said, she called Dejanay Muhammad Ali. I am done.
Premeditated attack, just the way Gary Davidson is describing it.
I agree it's premeditated.
Yeah,
it does
premeditated.
Look at their texts that they sent each other, emails, other forms of electronic communication, that they were planning this trip, that they were on the plane, that they were arriving at this resort. You know, you can premeditate something at an unconscious as well as a conscious level.
Okay, Dr. Bethany, you know I admire you greatly. But I'm talking about evidence that can come into court. Ooh. What they were thinking about in the bathroom on the plane does not matter to me.
Come on
what
now.
What matters to me is what I can prove. But you're exactly right. I would look at every single text, email, communication between these people to find out if they wanted to gang up on her from the get-go when they all left to go to Mexico. And that's where you come in, Robert Crispin, about how we're going to get
them. And Nancy, the video?
Yes.
The video is another form of aggression. It didn't start just before the trip or on the plane or in their electronic communications. Someone videotaped that and then put it on the internet. You know why they put it on the internet? They wanted to further humiliate Willa.
Facts.
Yep.
Now you get what they're saying, like.
Because listen, Pete, remember they were saying that they was playing the game. Shout out to Sean Davy White because he did a real good breakdown on this too. So if y'all remember on Quilla's stories, right, they was all playing these games, right? And on one of the stories, it said on the little thing, it said that you have to say or do something embarrassing on social media to one of your friends or something like that. So it was something of that nature. I can't, don't hold it to me. I can't totally remember, but that was set up. Y'all, they had them telling y'all these people is Nancy on her giving the business, but yeah, that was a setup.
This is how they're legally implementing them in there. Y'all, even though y'all didn't hit her, right? Y'all didn't plan to kill her, right? But y'all all planned to go in there and record her getting beat and humiliate her.
Yep.
Y'all all gathered in a room. 3 of them. One of the girls was not even in the room. Alyssa, she was not in the room. But two dudes, Khalil, Malik, and Winter, they all grouped up and knew what's going to happen and got their phones ready and went in the room.
Nazir knew what was going to happen too. He knew before. That's the reason why he probably was late.
Right there. It's just like if y'all all get together, if your homeboys say, I'm gonna rob this person and I'm gonna do this, and y'all like, okay, yeah. And y'all all hunt up and recording, now you in it, you involved. And that's why they wanted to cover it up, because they know it went bad, and they conscious telling them, like, y'all was sitting up there smiling and laughing when she said she gonna do this and do that to her, and y'all all got together and planned it like, yeah, let's get together. Okay, Daisy, now you can go through the patio, and we'll be right here recording. You gonna hear it? They're gonna break it down.
Showing her without her clothes on being attacked. I want you to hear in our cut 10, our friends at WSOC, our cut 10, please, Jackie.
Salamandra says she came across this video. Salamandra identified the people in the video as Shanquella and her Cabo travel partners. You can hear someone in the video ask if Quella could at least fight back.
There wasn't no fight. They attacked her. It was never a fight. She didn't fight. They attacked her.
Now, Salamandra says she has more questions than answers. She wants justice for her daughter.
She was a good child and had a great heart. And she did not deserve to be treated like that.
Sarah Lee love to the table with the bread that's nutritious, disguised as delicious. All right, this is a commercial, y'all. Made with veggies at your grocery store. Thanks, Sarah Lee, for being our partner.
Shout out to Nancy Grace. She really be doing that thing.
For real, Nancy Grace did that.
I like the way she does it.
Miss Robinson, I keep looking at this video and imagining my little girl being attacked and beaten to death like that. Where did you find this video, Miss Robinson?
Online. Someone sent the video to us online.
Someone sent it to you?
Yes. When the video probably was, I believe the video was out before Shaquella actually had died, because someone called me and told me before they even arrived back to Charlotte from North Carolina that they was over there fighting her. I don't know how true it was.
Listen, I just said that. I'm telling y'all, that was set up. That video was already out. They was probably on a live. They probably was on live. If they wasn't on live, they was on their damn Instagram story. I'm trying to tell you, that shit was set up. They knew that shit was finna. They knew they was finna do that shit. That's fucked up.
Now this is something, because the more you interview people, like, because this is happening so fast to her mom, she's like, all the different interviews, she can't put everything together. But
she ain't processing right now.
Oh, I remember that they must have had to post this video somewhere, because before the kids even got back from Cabo, she got a call and said that they were beating on her, that somebody was beating
that
her.
It was a fight.
She just didn't want to believe it. You see what I'm saying? So they let you know that they did post this video already, like making fun of her.
It was on a story. I'm telling y'all, it was on her stories, her close friends or something.
They got back and had passed. The video had surfaced on Facebook, and someone sent it to my family. It started coming out. The video started coming out.
So real quick, ain't that funny? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna put this out here, and this is allegedly, but I think Elise was the one who sent that video out, because this video had to be in her close friends. Because if people would have seen that video on live or whatever, they would have been able to screenshot it and send it to the mama as soon as they heard about the video, about you know what I'm saying. So this had to be on her stories, to where her close friends, only her close friends can see it. And sometimes as teenagers and stuff, we don't my daughters don't be liking to
Yeah, they don't want me to see everything they post. So yeah, they don't. I'm pretty sure her mama and her daddy is not in her close friends. So yeah, yeah. That's some man. I'm trying to tell you, that's from that game that they was playing because they was doing it to each other. So listen up a little bit more, Miss Nancy, and break it down some more for y'all.
That is a really big deal. Alexis Terrestre joining me, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. Alexis, is that correct? And I'm going to follow up with you, Crispin, about how I can prove it's correct. I can't just blurt it out it's correct without knowing. Alexis, is it possible these girlfriends post the video of Quella completely naked being beaten to her death in the bedroom before she's even pronounced dead?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's what the timestamps and the information that has shown up on different websites where the video has been seen shows that it was almost like it was not a live broadcast, but really in real time happening. It didn't show up weeks later. It showed up almost immediately.
How can I prove that, Robert Crispin?
So this is one of the reasons that the FBI is involved now, because they have a unit called the extraterritorial unit.
Now, I'm just stopping that because I got to break, some things, because a lot of people still not understanding. They're saying FBI can't do nothing because they keep telling you the FBI is involved. The FBI is the one that's finna he's finna tell you what they finna do. This dude is an agent. He's finna tell you exactly how they do this, and you can't hide nothing from them. You can't even hide it, man. So all these people that's saying this crazy stuff like they know criminal law, y'all gonna get caught up. Y'all gonna get caught up because this is the feds right now. Nancy Grace got connections. She got a federal lawyer, a federal task force, ATF. These are all the people that's talking. He's finna tell you how they get all this information. It's easy for them. It's real easy for them.
For crimes, when you get a request from foreign governments to help them investigate cases for crimes against U.S. citizens, which I'm sure you're very well aware of that. How we're going to prove this? Social media, it's all digital, and through subpoenas, we're going to get IP addresses. We're going to get who owns the phone that sent that.
They're going to get everything. I don't care if you feel like you deleted it, baby. You can't delete nothing on these clouds. I don't even have no iPhone, and I know that. You can't anything you delete. It might go from your phone, but baby, it's still up in that cloud. And them federales, they gonna find it. I promise you. I don't care through Messenger, everything. They gonna pull up some shit from 2012 that you done said. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with now, but they gonna make it there. The feds do not play. And I feel like the feds is going to take over this case because they trying to give Mexico a little time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a high profile case, and you know what I'm saying. It has become a high profile case because of the internet. Again, shout out to the internet. Because baby, when I tell y'all, I'm gonna say include myself, y'all did y'all big one on this one. Because baby, let me tell y'all something. They not Mexico gonna have to do something, or the feds finna come in and they finna wreck shop. And that's what's happening right now. The feds is it's just kind of like a RICO charge. The feds is getting all the information that they can, and they finna shut some stuff down. So back to the clipping, y'all. I mean the video.
We're going to get the accounts. We're going to get everything. It's just going to slowly start to unwind on one, who owned the phone that shot that video, who posted that, and this case with that video is just probably the most key piece of evidence that any investigator wishes they had on so many other crimes. It's people just don't think. And social media has cleared so many crimes because people don't think and they want to brag about these fights.
Can you believe that they were putting this up online? Gary Davison, high-profile lawyer, joining us from his law firm, partner with Diaz Royce International Law. I'm going to get to you in just a second about extradition. I want to talk to you about the phenomena of posting your crime online. What kind of a sick killer would do that? They're proud of it. They're posting it.
It's a badge of honor.
Well, they can tell that to Satan, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're headed. Guys, not only that, the lying. Gary Davidson, haven't you seen in trial? You got the crime, but then you have the cover-up. And the cover-up can prove the crime. And the cover-up will infuriate a jury. Agree or disagree?
Agreed, and I also think it's likely in a case such as this where you have so many people who are present that at least one of them is going to come forward under direct questioning from investigators and gain immunity from prosecution and testify as to what truly did happen. The real mystery, I think, in all of this at the moment is what.
Hold on, y'all, my bad.
What was the motivation for this attack?
Now, you know the state does not have to prove motive, right?
True.
It's a bunch of mean girls turned 25 going on some kind of a vendetta.
Yes,
I'll tell you what, it'll be a cold day in hell before I go on a girls' weekend. Go ahead, Gary.
But at the end of the day, I do believe the truth is going to.
Listen, Linda. Listen. Nancy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm feeling the same way, cause I've been wanting to go on a girls' trip and stuff, but I ain't really got no friends. I ain't gonna say I ain't really got no friends. I have more family than like friends and stuff, but yeah, just like going on a trip with some old classmates and stuff, baby, I'm gonna have to think about that, because this right here, no, cannot do it. So yeah, Nancy got a point on that. Back to it, y'all. My bad. My bad, Charles.
What was the motivation for this attack?
Now, you know the state does not have to prove motive, right?
True.
It's a bunch of mean girls turned 25 going on some kind of a vendetta.
Yes,
I'll tell you what, it'll be a cold day in hell before I go on a girls' weekend. Go ahead, Gary.
But at the end of the day, I do believe the truth is going to come out in this case well before there's ever a trial. And there may very well be a trial of all of the people who were present.
Oh, no, they all need to go to trial. I don't need them as witnesses, but I've got this video. And don't you know, Gary Davidson, if they're stupid enough to post the video, then they have been exchanging emails and texts and snaps all this time. I cannot wait to get my hands on all their communications post-murder. Miss Robinson with me is Quella's mom, Salamandra Robinson, who is summoning up the strength to talk about this. She is deep, deep in mourning. And when we first started talking off camera, she said it made her sick to her stomach. When I look at this video, I thought I was going to get sick to my stomach just watching it, much less it being her little girl. I understand that you Zoomed with her on Friday, the day before she was killed, and she was upbeat, was having a good time the day before, right? Did she discuss any tensions with the other women?
No, I talked with Shanquella and I watched her Instagram. She spoke and she seemed to be very happy. Sound like Shanquella normally sounds. And like I said, I told her, enjoy yourself. She said she was getting ready to eat. Michelle was cooking some tacos. I said, well, enjoy yourself. I will talk to you tomorrow and love you. And I never spoke with her again.
And what about the people standing by and watching? Take a listen to our cut 11. This is our friend Matt Rivers at GMA.
We got our first day, buddy. A new video surfacing showing Shanquella resting in a hammock at some point before the trip turned deadly.
Butter. I heard some stuff, dead body. And, that just made me wonder, that was they playing all the time.
This on the heels of the now viral video, Too Violent to Show, of a female roommate appearing to assault Shanquella.
They just stood there and watched and didn't even try to stop it or break it up. She wasn't even fighting back. They attacked her.
And what about these so-called friends, since they've all come home from Mexico? Take a listen to Cut 17, Anne-Marie Green, Dana Jacobson, CBS.
Shanquella was sweet, very kind. She had a heart of gold. She loved everybody. She didn't mistreat nobody. Never, no one could possibly ever say anything bad about her because she was a good person.
Yeah, you just said that the time.
Well, all I know that she went to college with him. That one of the guys supposed to have been her best friend. And he had went on family trips with us, and he'd been to the family house. We've all been on trips together, just good time. And I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
Have you heard from him since all of this happened?
Yeah, he came to the house 4 days in a row until he found out we knew what the autopsy said.
And you haven't seen him since?
Haven't seen him since.
So let me understand this, Mrs. Robinson. The friend, Clea Cook, comes to your house several times after they get home from their vacation. But as soon as the true cause of death comes out, this dislocation, the atlas luxation of the spinal cord, then he suddenly quits showing up. And I bet you haven't heard from any of them ever since you learned the true cause of death, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Because they're all lying.
Yeah.
And they know that you know. What I don't understand is why the case is not moving forward. What's going on with the Mexican authorities? Take a listen to Our Cut 14, our friends at WSOC.
Investigators in Mexico now say they believe that Robinson was killed. It's significant because her parents said that they were originally told that she died of alcohol poisoning.
So if they know she was killed, she was murdered, what's the holdup, Gary Davidson?
The holdup is extradition. Extradition is a process where individuals are summoned through official channels between governments.
So again, y'all are listening to the Nancy Grace interview. She interviewed Shaquella Robinson's mom, and she, of course, brought on several experts. Baby, when I say Miss Nancy Gray did her big one on this one, baby. But yes, again, shout out to the Real Boss TV 815. I am getting this audio from there. I do want to give people their credit and stuff. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to steal anything. So, but I do want justice for Shaquella in any way that I can spread the news to people who may not, find out about what's going on. I'm going to do that. So again, this is the expert that Nancy Gray had brought on to pretty much just talk about why it's taking Mexico so long to do what they do, because Mexico need to get their stuff together and get it together now.
To return to the place where they are alleged to have committed a crime. And in this case, the Mexican government is seeking extradition of the individual who is accused of actually undertaking the attack on the victim. So there's a process, a court process that has to be followed by the United States government, and ultimately there is a treaty between the United States and Mexico.
Gary, I've done extraditions. It's really easy. It's not a long process. We in the U.S. have to arrest these POCs, these so-called friends on a girl's getaway. We got to arrest them. We take them to court, and there's just a couple of questions. You get their fingerprint, and you say, "Are you Gary Davidson?" And if the person says yes, it's all over, because you have a signed governor's warrant from Mexico. And all you need to do, you don't have to establish guilt or innocence. All they have to do is establish, are you Gary Davidson? And if you tell me no under oath, I compare your fingerprints, I see that you, and bye-bye. You got a chain on your hands, and you're on the way to Mexico. That's all there is. It's not a fact-finding investigation in court. It's very simply, are you Gary Davidson? That's all I want to know. That's all an extradition is. Then you send the person to the venue, the jurisdiction, to be tried. Isn't that right?
In most instances, that is correct. Of course, we're assuming that the.
But let me tell you something. Nancy be getting these folks together on their job.
She like, don't come on here with this this little side swipe talk. You gotta tell me because I know how it go. Go on, Nancy. Nancy is not playing. I love it. I love it. Come on, Nancy.
The U.S. government has been able to locate the individual that they're seeking, which is, not something you can always assume.
Gary, they're all over Facebook.
She said,
How
Gary.
hard can it be?
She said, Gary.
Now it would have been accomplished, but I'm not behind the scenes, so I can't answer beyond that.
Miss Robinson, he's right. Gary Davidson, Miss Robinson, what are they telling you? Well, they don't tell me anything. They know who's
but well, there's one out there, and we hoping that they relocate them real. We haven't tripped anymore.
Now that's
You know where these
not mine,
I have no idea.
to Costa Rica, they could afford a next vacation. They had to have a passport. We don't know where they live.
They got the passport. They know where each one of them live. All of them have. It's somewhere hiding. None of them is it's on their passport. None of them there.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait for a jury to hear about how they hid under the bed at Mommy's house while cops are trying to find them more evidence of guilt. Tip line 888-407-4747. Repeat, 888-407-4747. At this point, Gary Davidson, wouldn't you say it's on the U.S. Marshal in the jurisdiction of North Carolina to find them?
Yes, indeed, and they have resources, obviously, to bring to bear with the FBI if, in fact, these individuals have fled from North Carolina. They will be caught. They don't sound like the type of people who have unlimited sins.
Criminal masterminds either, Gary. They're the ones that posted the video. So, okay, you heard Gary Davidson. U.S. Marshals, it's time for you to do what you do best and bring these people to extradition to Mexico where they can rot in the Mexican jail cell.
Man. So, when you hear the professionals say that.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that's a little bit of something. There's still some more on here. We gonna listen to it, but so far, I'm like what she said. Like it's some stuff that can be done. I feel like they just they not doing what they supposed to. They trying to be secretive about this. It's something going on. It's some type of underlying thing because Mexico and the United States, they always are trading fugitives. So this is nothing new. So we're not understanding. I think that's why some people are so frustrated because we're not understanding why they ain't got arrested yet. Why they ain't been found and got arrested. Now, some people say that Deja was arrested and that she's in custody right now. But there's no proof of that. There's no booking. She's not booked in anywhere in the national system anywhere because you can put somebody's name in the national system and it'll show you if they are in jail or what jail that they in or being held in. Don't ask me how I know that. Just know that I know. Okay, so we're gonna cover a little bit more footage on this. Let me see. Hold on, y'all.
Robinson. Miss Robinson, I cannot tell you how sorry I am for what you and your family are going through. When I leave the children at school in the morning and I see that phone ring, I'm already in the car on the way because I know something's wrong. And I cannot imagine how you felt when you get a call that something is wrong with your girl.
Marie, that's not true. The Blue Rhino still has her on. They have not released a statement about firing her or anything. So we are still going to be on their ass because we don't know if she has been arrested or not. I mean, I haven't seen any concrete proof or solid proof.
Right, I just said that. We don't know.
No, we should have started up right now.
And so we will.
At this time, I got it all the way from the beginning, I believe.
And we don't have proof.
I guess
maybe that. warrant applied for.
I wish she would step up.
So for all I still on their payroll, she might be on leave or something else, but she's still on their payroll.
Like when did they try to get her to talk to you on the phone? But start at the beginning. When you get the call, where are you?
When I get the call, I was out eating.
Okay, so you were in North Carolina?
Yes.
So North Carolina time, it was what, 7 o'clock at night?
It would have been about 6 or 7.
Okay, so she is in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico.
Hold on, Brittany? What was you looking for? The link in the link to join the chat? Is that what you were looking for? Let me know before I finish playing this, because I didn't put the link in the chat yet. Is that what you was looking for, Brittany?
Okay, he's doing something else right now. Hold on, y'all.
Legal limit is about 0.08 in most jurisdictions. And once you get into a 0.3, 0.4 area, most people will have so much alcohol on board that it will kill them. And that is a lot of alcohol.
Okay, so, hold on. I'm trying to reconcile what you're saying with what Miss Robinson was told. Take a listen to our friend Victor Canato.
On October 29th, one of the guests staying at the resort called for help around 2 p.m. Upon arriving, medical professionals were informed that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol. A doctor reportedly said she was stable but dehydrated, suggesting she may be treated at a hospital. The guests insisting she remain at the villa. A police report stating Robinson went into cardiac arrest and was declared deceased around 6 p.m.
There you go. That's why she didn't go to the hospital. Did you hear that? The guests, her girlfriends, insisted she stay there at the hotel. That's why she wasn't taken to the hospital. Now, wait a minute. She went into cardiac arrest, according to what we just heard. But none of this is fitting together. Take a listen to our friends at ABC.
But those reports differing from an autopsy obtained by ABC News stating that medical professionals arrived at the villa around 3 p.m. and declared her dead within 15 minutes, citing that Robinson died from a severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck.
But this to happen to her is just terrible. I just couldn't believe it. It's like I'm still asleep, like a nightmare.
Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. The reports from the friend girls are completely different from the autopsy. Did you hear that? To you, Mrs. Robinson, according to the documents from the EMTs, she was declared dead 15 minutes after they got there. They did not get there and work on her for 3 hours like you were told.
Yeah.
She was declared dead within 15 minutes of the EMTs getting there, and the friends did not want her removed to the hospital. Do you understand that to be true now?
I understand that, what was being said. I don't know which way to believe. I believe the autopsy, but the so-called friends, I just don't know what to say about them. I just think it was just terrible the way they done her,
All of this from alcohol poisoning, but yet the autopsy does not say anything about alcohol poisoning leading to her death. It says, Dr. Kendall Crowns, she died of a spinal cord injury. What's that?
Spinal cord injury is basically
shout out to everybody in
your
the chat. We got 900
as you get injuries to your cervical spine from.
We don't have 900 and some people in the chat, but yes, shout out to the few people that's in the chat. I appreciate y'all watching. If you can, like the video, share it. Again, this is Nancy Gray breaking down the Shaquella Robinson case. She is talking to her mom on the phone also. This audio is from the Real Boss TV 815. I did want to, I've been,
making sure I'm keeping up with everything that's going on with the case and everything. And now that Nancy Gray has gotten on it, like, you know, it's national, international, national, worldwide news now because Nancy Gray has gotten on it. So I'm so happy in a sense that it's gonna start really getting some traction and we're gonna get some type of justice for this baby girl. You can definitely tell that her mama is drained and she is just like literally a walking zombie right now because she probably cannot believe that this has happened to her daughter. So again, this is more audio. I just wanted to let y'all know where the audio come from. So just in case y'all hear something on there, it's not me, it's the audio. So yeah.
Severe rotation or blunt trauma that results in your head being moved suddenly to one side or another, and that causes fracturing of the cervical bones that then result in damage to the spinal cord that ultimately results in your death or
they're dead.
He's look at this. He's breaking.
So she was woken up out of her bed with one woman standing there videoing and the other woman hitting her like she's Muhammad Ali. And then the attacker, after she has beaten her, this defenseless naked girl who has just been woken up to a beating, she stands back, she steps back and bows back like she's about to answer her head. Like she's chanting, what is that, Dr. Marshall, Psycho in Beverly Hills? What is that behavior? She's crowing and praying in the video.
And it was
Alrighty, the auto has stopped. Hold on. I think we got a little intermission. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Look, that's what I was gonna say. So this lady is a behavioral doctor, and she's pointing out something that's very important. We gotta understand. Even though they didn't punch her or nothing, this is group behavior. It's like y'all all pretty much told Dejanay to do it. Y'all pumping it up. Y'all all got together like, yeah, we finna do this and record. And she's explaining that type of behavior where they say it's like a mobbing, like a group behavior. That's why a lot of people feel like they all jumped her because in a sense, in a passion they did. They all watching it and sharing it. So that's what this behavior doctor is basically trying to explain. And that's what's going to make it look bad for them in court too.
Facts.
Aggression because people are standing by, one person's videotaping, you can hear a voice of someone saying, oh, fight back, Shaquella, as if this was, like you said, Muhammad Ali. They're really minimizing the fact that this poor girl is being killed. I mean, this is a homicide, obviously, but what was this group aggression towards her that we're witnessing? Were they envious of her? Did she have a better life than them? Beyond the brutality of murder.
And who in the hay is videoing her? Miss Robinson, do you know these women? Who are they?
I don't know the ones that's videoing her.
Hey, now, I just gotta stop it sometimes because I don't want the video to be repetitive.
Body that keep you alive?
Right. That's the area of the brainstem is where the cervical vertebrae, number one, or the atlas is sitting. And that is causing damage to the brainstem, which controls your heart rate, your respiratory rate, all the functions of your body. So it isn't necessarily completely separated, but it's bruised and damaged to the point that the individual dies. And that's why she has a survival time period, because it's damaged, not completely torn.
Well, of course, Gary Davidson is a high-profile lawyer that specializes in international law. Gary, the family knew in the first instant alcohol poisoning. Gary Davidson, take a listen to our friend Joe Bruno.
The Shaquella Robinson's friends told her parents that she died from alcohol poisoning. That theory never sat right with her father, and he just, quite frankly, didn't buy it. I know it wasn't no alcohol poisoning. I know it was Shanquella's death certificate never mentions alcohol poisoning. It lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. It says she died within 15 minutes of injury. In the box asking if the death was accidental or violent, the medical examiner wrote yes.
So, Gary Davison, one quick round to Dr. Kendall Crowns. Dr. Kendall Crowns, I would like a yes-no answer to these. The autopsy said, did it not?
All right, guys. So that's pretty much the clips of Nancy Gray pretty much breaking down the case and what's going on and what's going to happen pretty much from this point on. So a lot of people are, we know we got an arrest warrant for one person, and 90% people know. I mean, 90. I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10 we know it's Dejanay Jackson that has the warrant out, right? So right now the main focus is to one, get her arrested, and to two, figure out where the other 5 are going to be placed at. Because let's just be clear, the way that they breaking this down, they are trying to just solely put this on Dejanay, I feel like that is unfair. I mean, even though she did some fucked up shit, but that's unfair that they all, you know what I'm saying, just trying to make her take the fall, because just like the woman was saying on there, it was a group thing. They was bullying Dejanay to do it, to a certain extent. And I'm not trying to say that they made Dejanay fight her, because apparently Dejanay had this, she wanted to do this anyway for a long time, period. She was already feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying? As what they say when they be saying the girls be, how the girls like tussle and stuff. She already wanted to tussle with this girl. She was probably jealous of her because she has been prospering. She, you know what I'm saying? She doing big things and stuff. So, and again, this is all speculation from everybody's end, even her mama's end, because the mama didn't know these girls, had never knew her to hang out with them. She knew they went to school together. She knew they went to college together, but these were never people that came to her house. Only Khalil was the only one. And so for Khalil, baby, let me tell y'all something. On that part where her mama was talking about how Khalil was acting at that table, baby, I said, baby, if guilty was a mean, he would be it. Cause she literally said that for like 4 days, everybody kept coming by there and, checking on the family and this and that. And she said when she got the autopsy report, she said she told them what the autopsy report said. And she said that he instantly got sick. Like he instantly started sweating. He instantly damn near like passed out. I don't, matter of fact, I think he did pass out. If I'm not mistaken, I think she said he did pass out. And he ended up having to go to the bathroom, and after that he ended up leaving. When I tell you that's that, baby, that's guilt can literally control your whole body. You know what I'm saying? Will have you just tight. And he knew then that his mom, that baby's mama, was like, okay, this ain't now. Y'all done told me this, and now the medical people done told me this. But then if you notice, a lot of what it was in Nazir was on there. Even Nazir and Winter was on there talking about how y'all know that if the autopsy is real. Okay, so I mean, let's just be real. They got a point, you know what I'm saying, with all the sketchy stuff that's going on with this case anyway. You know what I'm saying? They can't say that. But if you think about it, this is where the breakdown was. Obviously, the medical examiners wasn't a part of whatever cover up that the police and the nurse, doctor, whoever she was, maid that came in there to check on, you know what I'm saying, to check on her. What are you talking about? Why y'all trying to make it seem like, that the medical people, these people didn't even know what was going on. They pretty much examined the body that came in and to figure out what this person died of. So I feel like that theory of the autopsy not being correct is it's going to be out the window, because FBI, they already been apparently, been doing a autopsy, and they waiting on to release them. Now, from what I've been hearing and from what I've researched, it's supposed to be next week, like sometime next week, Monday or Tuesday, when they supposed to be releasing the FBI autopsy report. Once that happens, from the people that I know that work for the Federalists, because I know a few people that work for the Federalists too, they were saying that once the autopsy report comes out, that the FBI have more grounds to be able to, take over the case, because apparently that may be one of the things that's gonna happen. Like Nancy Gray was saying, they probably gonna end up taking over this case, because they can take over this case with them flying back from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So again, baby, when I tell you Nancy Gray did her big one on this one, she broke it down. And she asked, when she did ask questions, she had an expert to be able to explain it and to, have you understand why this is going on and what's happening. Now, we're not gonna ever be able to really know what happened, because again, like I stated earlier in my live, only them 7 people that was in that room, including Shaquella, knows exactly what happened on that day. Because with all this stuff going on, who's to say that these other 6, the couple 6 that suppressed whatever memories that they feel like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. And I really feel in my soul that Alyssa was the one who released that video. Because like they stated earlier in the video was released before she died. The video was released while it was either happening or right after it happened. Like it instantly, like moments like, oh, okay, we got enough footage to embarrass her, or put her out there or whatever, and they push send. And I was thinking like maybe it was on her. No, this wasn't even her story. I have to take that back, because I said that early on the thing. This might have been her story, and that's the reason why they didn't get it. No, it was probably on Khalil's story. It had to be either between Khalil, Malik, and Winter, because they was the only 3 that was in the room. Apparently Nazir hadn't got there yet. And Alyssa's sister had passed right before she got there. So she wasn't really, she was trying to get in the little mood with the Cabo, thing or whatever, but she wasn't really in the mood for fun at that time, because, her sister just got murdered by some man that she was with or whatever. So yeah, so one of them put it out, and somebody either screenshotted it, and like Miss Salamandra said, she said somebody called me and told me that it was a fight in Mexico and it had something to do with Shanquella. And then she said a few hours later, that's when she ended up getting a call while she was out with friends. You know what I'm saying? That her daughter had passed. Or, well, I'm going to say the first call that she got was, oh, she's not responsive. We think she got alcohol poisoning, this and that, woo, woo, woo. And then 15 minutes later, that's when she got the call back, or maybe 15 to 20 minutes later, she got a call back saying that her daughter was gone. Baby, I'd have tore up whole Mexico. I'd have tore the whole Mexico up. I'd have tore the whole Mexico up by mine. Do you hear me? This woman is so strong. When I tell you, I just wish I had a pinky of her strength, because it wouldn't be no way I would be able to be on national TV without cussing they asses out every time a camera get on me. I'll be calling their mama's bald headed hoes, daddies, everything. You hear me? Because it would not. What you not like, you literally took my child that I birthed away from me because of some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, you got to be careful who you fuck with. And this is not even nobody that she just met. Let that sink in. This wasn't nobody that she just met. These are some people that she grew up with, literally. You know what I'm saying? One of them was her quote unquote best friend. Now, if best friends, if that's what they come in now, I don't want one. I'm good. Rest in peace to my best friend, Charlotte Sims. Like, rest in peace to mine. Do you hear me? I don't want no more. If that's what you got to deal with, because that is pure jealousy. This whole thing just reeks jealousy. Cause ain't no way she paid for everything, y'all. Like this girl paid for everything. And she paid not even knowing, well, she, of course, in spirit, y'all swiped this baby card to get back to the United States. Because y'all knew if y'all stayed them couple of days there, y'all wasn't coming back. Y'all knew. Y'all knew. So again, justice for Shanquella. I'm just hoping and praying that within the next week or two that we get some type of action going on. And again, shout out to the internet because when I tell y'all done put some fear in some folks. And let me say this, cause let me say this. It's a lot of people on here that be commenting and talking about, oh, y'all just doing this for views and y'all just and this and that. Let's be clear. It's some people, yeah, you can see that they doing it for views. You can see that. I mean, it's obvious. But people like me, I have a really small channel. All I do is react to stuff. And this was something that literally just like that fucked with me to see how this baby was treated. You know what I'm saying? But the internet, when I tell you they did not let up off of this, they did not let up off of this until we got an arrest warrant. So at this point, now what we have to do, we have to kind of back off and let these people. Now we can stay on their necks about it, but we got to back off with this investigation stuff because we got to let them people do their job. That's what they getting paid for. Some of them are very, very good at their damn jobs, but we, as the people, we kind of, we us spreading different news from different outlets. That's why I'm gonna say this. I did post something that Geraldo had put up there, but again, all my stuff is repost, and I did put in there that this was not factual information. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear: CBS, NBC, CNN, they don't all be getting factual information either, y'all. They be scoping and speculating too, and we just be listening to them like it's law, and it's not. A lot of their information that they got it from YouTube. If you look at their stuff, they just regurgitated it from YouTube and made it sound a little bit more professional. But I promise you, they got a lot of their information from YouTube. CNN, ABC, CBS Good Morning. I mean, you literally see some of these people who have been reporting this. You literally see people's information being regurgitated on CNN, and they like, oh, well, if you didn't get your information from CNN or TMZ, it ain't factual. It ain't. Neither one of their asses is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like TMZ is probably the most credible. They not 100% credible because nobody's 100% credible except the people who were there. Okay, that's again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Those 7 people that were there, they are the ones who know exactly what the fuck happened. That nurse don't know. The people in that villa don't know because nobody was in there but them. Them 3 people. Well, 4 people because of Shaquella. So again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, ease up off the content creators, y'all, because all we're doing is for me, I ain't gonna say we because I cannot speak for nobody else, Lord Jesus. I'm gonna speak for Tasha. I'm gonna speak for Miss Live 3D. That's what I'm gonna speak for. For me, this is a reaction. This is what I feel about this and what I think, my view. That's it. My opinion, my view. And just like my dad to tell me all the time, opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say my stuff is law. I don't say it's completely facts because again, we done found out a lot of stuff in our history is not true, not true at all, and we thought it was law. So again, everybody is getting side information, telephone. I call it the telephone game information because You'll tell somebody something and then they'll add on some more, or they'll leave out something that you said. So it's just like, you getting a whole different version of supposed to be the truth. So again, something happened that was not supposed to. This baby was supposed to be here celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's what she was supposed to be doing. Just like her father said, I will never be able to walk my baby down the aisle. I will never have no grandkids, because that was his only child. His only child. So I couldn't even imagine how he feels right now. Like, I literally would just lose my whole self. Do you hear me? Because I mean, just to know that your child left the country and never came back, or they came back, but I had to go pick them up in the box. That's not no good feeling. And I pray. My prayers go to her mother and her father and her sister, because the agony. I know it's hard probably seeing her face posted everywhere. I know that's really hard. I know that's really hard. But I would rather see her face posted everywhere than for people to not give a damn. So, again, rest in peace, Shanquella. I just wanted to do this stream to again just kind of give my take on this and why I'm doing this and why I'm so invested in this story. Again, it just touched me. It really did, because I have girls. I have a 25-year-old and I have a 27-year-old. And I just, I again, like I stated before, I question some of their friends, because I'm like, girl, she seems like she a little jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. But my kids are much like Shanquella. They're very nice. They're very they want their friends to be comfortable. They're like their mother, because if I have a see, I feel, again, I feel connected to Shanquella, because I'm that type of friend. I pay for the whole villa. Y'all come on, let's go kick it. Let's go have fun. Drinks on me. All y'all gotta do is just bring y'all bags and swimsuits and stuff. Let's go. That's the type of person that I am too, and my kids are like that too. But you can't be like that with everybody. You nowadays, because it's like I feel like demon time is not even now anymore. Demon time is all day fucking long now, because people are so vindictive. A motherfucker can like you one day and literally wake up the next day and hate your damn guts and want to kill you. Literally want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's crazy. For us introverts, because I am a whole introvert, I stay in the house. I don't do nothing. I do stuff, but I don't be outside like a lot of people do. I just it has to be for a reason. I'm not just outside. I can't do it. But again, justice for this baby and her family. I'm glad that Nancy Gray got on it, honey. I am so glad that Nancy Gray got on it, because baby, when I tell you she did her big one, Nancy Gray did her big one on this one, y'all. So if y'all have not run it back, you can be able to hear a lot of the stuff that Nancy Gray was talking about. She did interview Shanquella Robinson's mother. So you're going to hear her in there also. And again, shout out to the Real Boss TV 815 for the audio. I think he got the audio from somebody else. So shout out to her, whoever that was or whatever. Because I think this was on XM radio. So you're not gonna hear it on YouTube until people start posting it and stuff. So y'all do me a favor, share this video, like the video, help me get it out in the algorithm. I'm finna change my thumbnail on there, because I tried to change it while I was on here. I don't know how to take y'all. I don't know how to do all that stuff yet, but I really appreciate you guys for watching. The people that did come in and come out, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. It really I really just appreciate it. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all, it's my peoples. Y'all, it's my peoples. So I need y'all to go back and watch a few videos, y'all, and let me know what y'all think. I have literally almost 8 videos of what's been going on with Shanquella. So if you want to go and kind of get caught up on that, got a few videos of the interviews with her mom and her dad, um, and some other videos. I'm actually doing Vlogmas this year. I'm like 2 days behind, but we gonna keep going. This is my first time doing Vlogmas. This is my first time being a creator. Well, I was just saying, just being on YouTube. So I want to do everything, like all the YouTube experiences and stuff like that, just so I can be able to say, yeah, I did it. I don't really like it, but I did it, type of thing. So, again, I thank you guys so much for your support. I hope everybody have a good rest of the morning. I'm about to sign up off this thing. It's your girl again, Miss 3D, Miss Live 3D or Miss 3D Live, whatever y'all feel like y'all want to call your girl. Again, leave me a nice comment. Um, Again, hashtag Shaquella Robinson. Y'all, we got to get justice for this baby, y'all. So again, I hope everybody have a good one. Peace out.